What's going on, guys? Rob with 3STRONG here tonight. I want to talk about artificial sweeteners. But first, let me explain kind of the regular digestion process. So, say I have a sports drink or something, and this sports drink has sugar in it. What happens is that even when I start to look at this, I know that it's going to be sweet. So what happens, my body preps me for that. So I start to salivate, and I actually am. I just looked at it. It's kind of funny. I'm starting to salivate, and those enzymes within my saliva will break down the sugars in this drink. Or even if I consume a piece of fruit, my body will start to salivate and release those enzymes. So when the food gets in my mouth, like I said, it starts to break it down, and then it starts that whole digestive process. And then also, after that, since it's a sweet thing that has sugars, once I get it into my bloodstream, insulin is released to then pull that sugar out of the blood and then deposit it to the cells, which need that energy. And like I've said before in previous videos, if any extra carbohydrate is consumed that our body doesn't need, that won't be stored in the muscle or be used for our immediate energy needs, it'll be dumped off as fat. That's if we have calories associated with it. There's actual sugar that can be broken down in our food and then deposited into the blood. What about an artificial sweetener? What happens? The unfortunate thing is the exact same thing happens. We know that this thing is sweet, so when we consume it, though the saliva starts to be secreted in our mouth, we drink this, our body, we taste the sweetness, but now there's no calories, there's no actual sugar to be broken down. But does our body still release insulin? Yes. So, since our body is not satisfied with these calories, what happens? We tend to consume more of these drinks. And then our body will secrete more insulin. But if there are any carbohydrates within this, what will it do? It'll suck up those calories. Plus, if we consume that with, say food, if we have something like, oh, I have Crystal Light with my meal now, or I have a Diet Coke with my meal, it's still secreting insulin. Even though the calories will be lower because it's a non-caloric sweetener, it will tend to suck up those calories and have a more elevated insulin spike than if we drank, say, water. That is a bad thing, because if you are trying to lose weight and you're thinking that your non-caloric artificial sweetener drinks are going to help you out because it's going to keep your calories low, your body will respond to it in the exact same way as if you actually had sugar. So any calories you do consume in addition to that will be sucked up into your system. And multiple studies have shown that this happens. This actually happens. The insulin release is greater. The body doesn't really respond to it as well because it feels like, well, it knows it's not getting any calories, so it wants more to satisfy itself, which it never does. I want you to take a look at your diet, and if you're trying to lose weight and lose body fat, and that's the one thing that you haven't really cut out because you figured, well, it's no calories, it doesn't count, I want you to cut it out. Go to water for a few weeks. Go to just water, that's the only thing you drink, and see what happens to your weight. It might actually go down. I've tried this with a couple of clients, and it actually worked. It shocked me, it shocked them, but I want you to go out and give that a shot and see if the artificial sweeteners are actually causing you to hold on to those extra pounds. Okay? Give that a shot. I'll see you tomorrow.